Hey dear students, welcome back again to my channel, The Achievers Education. My name is Ritesh. So, in the last part particularly we had studied about Gandhiji's ultimatum. Okay, so Gandhiji's proposal was that he sent a letter to Lord Irwin saying that I have put up some 11 demands, out of which the out of all the demands should be fulfilled, and if the demands are not fulfilled, I'll be launching civil disobedience movement. That's what he said into the proposal. Although we have discussed it into the previous that's part 7, but in this part 7a we'll be discussing it once again, and then we'll be moving forward to the chapter. So Gandhiji's ultimatum, that is Gandhiji's proposal to Lord Irwin, okay, about what all things did he wanted in priority. So let us begin. Gandhiji on 1930, he sent a letter to Lord Irwin in which he had mentioned about 11 demands, out of which the most important demand was abolition of salt tax. So as I said that there were several demands, but then when Gandhiji saw that these British people were putting tax on salt as well, it really felt like it really made him worry, because salt was a commodity which was consumed by a poor person also and by a rich person also. And how can they put a tax on such common commodities also, right? So that's what something which was felt by him he felt very heart throbbing about that. So let us see what all actions was taken by then Gandhiji regarding that particular things. So out of this 11 demand, he specifically mentioned, okay, he specifically also demanded for the abolition of the salt tax. So salt tax was a very common good which was consumed by the poor as well as the rich. This demand was very small, but it had played a very vital role in Indian freedom struggle. ये डिमांड तो बहुत छोटी सी दिखने में बहुत छोटी सी थी, बट देन ये इतना बड़ा इम्पैक्ट लेके आई हमारे फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल में कि हम बता नहीं सकते. Then Gandhiji in his letter sent Lord Irwin an ultimatum which mentioned that if all the demands are not fulfilled by the British government, Indians will launch civil disobedience movement. So ये प्रकार का उन्होंने कहा था कि अगर ये हमारी डिमांड्स फुलफिल नहीं होती है, then we will be launching civil disobedience movement. Now, as usual, the demands were not accepted and the civil disobedience movement began, under which salt satyagraha also started. Now we'll be studying particularly in detail about the salt satyagraha. So let us begin. So the salt satyagraha, now there will be also an important question coming up to you. There will be also a very important question which will be coming for 5 mark as well. Understood? 5 mark के लिए एक important question आ सकता है आपको इसके लिए कि सॉल्ट सत्याग्रह का मतलब क्या था और उसमें क्या क्या चीजें हुई. So let us see. Gandhiji was accompanied by 78 of his trusted volunteers. I am putting you 5 points here more importantly. Actually there are 6, but no problem. You can just go ahead with that also. So yes, Gandhiji was accompanied by 78 of his trusted volunteers. गांधीजी के पास में 78 ट्रस्टेड वॉलंटियर्स थे जिनके साथ में रह के उन्होंने अपनी ये जर्नी शुरू की थी. द मार्च वाज ऑफ 240 माइल्स व्हिच स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम साबरमती आश्रम एंड एंडेड एट द कोस्टल टाउन ऑफ दांडी. सो 240 माइल्स की ये जर्नी थी साबरमती आश्रम से दांडी तक, एंड इट वाज डन बाय देम. सो गांधीजी टुक 24 days टू रीच दांडी. दैट मीन्स ही ट्रैवल्ड 10 miles पर डे. 10 miles उन्होंने पर डे उन्होंने चला. दैट इज अ रियली बिग थिंग एक्चुअली इफ यू सी. Thousands of people used to join Mahatma Gandhi wherever he stopped, and Gandhiji created awareness among the people on his journey by spreading the message of Swaraj and non-violence. Gandhiji जहां पर भी जाते थे हजारों की तादाद में लोग उनसे ज्वाइन करते थे. Thousands of people used to join him and they used to also listen to him, to his speeches. उनके स्पीचेस को सुनते थे जिसके बारे में स्वराज और नॉन वायलेंस के बारे में वो बताते थे, और उनसे वो प्रेरित होके by getting inspired by them they used to join to the movement. एंड ऐसा करते करते हजारों की तादाद में लोगों ने ये मूवमेंट को अपना समर्थन दिया और ज्वाइन किया. On 6th April, he reached Dandi and violated the salt law by manufacturing the salt by boiling seawater and made salt out of it. Okay, so on 6th of April, he went there and he abolished the salt law. Okay, उन्होंने salt जो है उन्होंने वहाँ पे तट पर, सागर तट पर जाके उन्होंने सॉल्ट को मैन्युफैक्चर करा और सॉल्ट लॉ जो है उन्होंने अबॉलिश करा. बिकॉज ऑफ अबॉलिशन ऑफ सॉल्ट टैक्स द सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट बिगैन. और जब ये उन्होंने सॉल्ट टैक्स जो है उन्होंने अबॉलिश कर दिया, उसके बाद में फिर सिविल डिसोबीडियंस चालू हो गया था. सो सिविल डिसोबीडियंस का मतलब ये होता है कि एक साथ सबके सब डिसोबे करना शुरू कर देते हैं. एवरीबडी ऑल द सिविलियंस स्टार्ट डिसोबेइंग और all the rules and regulations of the current government which is going on there, if they are provided they are doing something wrong. And of course British government was doing too much of wrong things. I have put up a small photo gallery for you about the salt satyagraha. As you can see, some of the insights of how salt satyagraha was going on. Now let's move forward. So now one more question, important question can come in the examination, from the examination point of view, that how civil disobedience movement was different from non-cooperation movement. ये जो civil disobedience movement था, ये non-cooperation movement से थोड़ा सा कैसे अलग था? दोनों में definitely फर्क था. So let us see how it was different from the civil disobedience non-cooperation movement. So I also mentioned here some 5 points for you. You should be keeping it in mind. First thing, in non-cooperation movement, people were asked to not to cooperate with the British people, but in civil disobedience, people were now told to break the colonial rule. ओके, नॉन कॉपरेशन मूवमेंट में क्या था कि हम लोग सिर्फ उनकी बातें नहीं सुनते थे, मगर सिविल डिसोबीडियंस में क्या था, हमको सारे के सारे रूल्स तोड़ना था, खत्म ही करना था सारे के सारे रूल्स को. ओके, कोई भी रूल्स को हम फॉलो तो करेंगे डेफिनेटली नहीं, बट देन हम उनको एग्जिस्टेंस में भी नहीं रखेंगे, उनको चलने भी नहीं देंगे. सो यही एक फर्क था, सबसे मेन फर्क था कि नॉन कॉपरेशन में हम लोग सिर्फ रूल्स को तोड़ते नहीं थे, मगर हम लोग उनको फॉलो भी नहीं करते थे. बट इसमें था कॉलोनियल रूल में क्या था, सॉरी, इन द सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट में क्या था कि हम लोग यहाँ पे रूल को तोड़ ही देंगे सीधा सीधा. वी विल बी फिनिशिंग ऑफ द रूल. ओके, सो दैट वाज आवर पॉइंट इन द सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट. Then thousands of people manufactured salt and broke the law. They protested in front of the government salt factories. This was the one way of breaking the law completely. Okay, they used to go in front of the salt factories and they used to manufacture salt there by showing that we are not going to follow your law and this law is already broken. So this is what the kind of impact they were trying to create by doing this such kind of activities. As movement increased, people boycotted foreign goods and liquor shops were picketed. As I have said again, okay, so many people also again started putting on the clothes of foreign, which were from foreign. Okay, they did not wear foreign goods. Okay, they wear only Swadeshi goods, Swadeshi clothes, if I had to say. And at the same time, liquor shops also were picketed. As I have told, what is the meaning of picketed? It is a kind of way of doing protest by standing in front of the entrance and protesting it. All right. So liquor shops also were picketed. Farmers refused to pay pay revenue and chowkidari. Lots of farmers were charged with lots of taxes, but when there was no produce and when there was no sale, how could they pay any revenue to the authority, right? So they said that we are refusing to pay the revenue and chowkidari taxes, and village officials also resigned. There were so many village officials also were there who were working at the village level. छोटे छोटे ग्राम पंचायत लेवल पे भी बहुत सारे इंडियन एम्प्लॉइज लगे हुए थे, तो उन लोगों ने भी अपना ऑफिस जो है रिजाइन कर दिया था. उन लोगों ने भी बोला कि अभी हम लोग काम नहीं करेंगे. एंड द फिफ्थ पॉइंट वाज forest people. Now who were the forest people? They were nothing but the tribals. They also violated the forest laws by going into the forest and collecting fuel wood and graze cattle. So उन लोगों ने भी forest में जाना शुरू किया फिर से वापस, और अपने cattle को graze करना शुरू करा, और उन्होंने फिर से अपना fuel wood, foods और ये सब चीजें collect करना शुरू करा. By doing all of these things, they showed that how they are following the civil disobedience movement, and this is how the non-cooperation movement was different from the civil disobedience movement. I hope you have understood all of these points. I hope आपको समझ में आ रहा है सही तरीके से, और यहाँ तक वीडियो को देखने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. And thank you so much for watching the video. Until here, do comment, like, share and subscribe to the channel The Achievers Education. And how you are liking my work, do let me know in the comment section. I would be more than happy to read the comments, and I will try my best to improve myself to the best. So thank you so much for watching this video once again. This is Ritesh Chandekar signing off. Thank you so much. Until we meet next again. Thank you.